Hi there, you join us live on NUTHATCH WATCH. The aim of NUTHATCH Watch is to at some point get you footage of the two nuthatches that are living in the willow tree overhanging my garden. They often eat at bird feeder. I'm just going to get a bit closer. They're not there now, so I don't know why I'm creeping, but if you've just joined us, NUTHATCH WATCH, NUTHATCH WATCH, NUTHATCH WATCH. I don't think he's going to land on that because I'm very close, but we'll just turn around the camera and show you. That's the willow tree that the two of them live in. Well, that's all we've got time for on today's NUTHATCH Watch. Welcome back to NUTHATCH Watch. I'm going to attempt something today, and that is just to put a couple of nuts on a post. Macadamia nuts they are. Two little macadamias there, you see, three of them. There's a macadamia. I might sit on this wall actually. How do you turn that around? Oh, maybe you can't turn around. Oh, you must be able to turn around. Sometimes he drinks from this bucket.
On the other side, we have one that we did come across on our Blenheim Birdsong production, and that is the nuthatch, isn't it? Anyway.
Just trying to learn the sound of the nuthatch, so that when I go out there I can call to him and feel like I am part of his social group. Parakeets. Sometimes he lands on that bucket. I've told you that already, haven't I? Yeah. Here on Panorama, and again, here on NUTHATCH Watch, it is Last Chance Saloon. I'll tell you why. Look, the birdseed has run out. So what I tried to do was, using a pole, hang the nut feeder a bit nearer the house, but I've sort of, instead I've kind of made a kind of nuthatch cable car, which I don't think he's going to use. Flipping heck. So that's resulted in less nuts. So it's getting less and less. I don't have any more supply of this, that's the problem. I don't think that's the optimum way of doing it, to be honest. There we are, right by the window. If he lands on that, even an idiot wouldn't miss that. God blimey, I've got to wash that window. Right, just got to wash the inside of the window. The waiting begins. That's not the passing of time. I'm moving that with my finger. I've still only been here for about 15 seconds. Nuthatch watch, watching for a nuthatch. 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 Nuthatch watch, nutching. It's too near the house. I'm going to have to move it. Is that brick loose? I was trying to get the nuthatch into my world, but actually, in order to get you this footage, I need to get the nuthatch into my world. That's what I just said. He needs to come into my world. I need to get him into my world. I need to get the nuthatch into my world. I need to go into his world. Nuthatch watch, watching for a nuthatch. Nuthatch watch, watching for a nuthatch. I do feel a tiny bit like Robert Shaw when he gets eaten in Jaws. I have a feeling that he will have a drink at some point from the bucket of water. Nice bluebells. I've got my top lip in my right eye, which is quite comfortable. Well, I can see the bucket from here, but I can't judge how far away it is. If something happens to me, tell my family I love them. Both eyes, and I have a visual on the bucket. I've just remembered I've got to do a Zoom call with my mum at 5. Nuthatch watch, watching for a nuthatch. Nuthatch watch. 10 episodes ago, I promised you footage of a nuthatch, and I still haven't given it to you. So I'm taking stock. There are 3 places I've seen this nuthatch, personally, with my naked eye, but not with the camera. The bird feeder, the bucket. There's one place, though, I haven't told you about. He pops his nose into these holes here. Well, it's not his nose, it's his beak. Is a beak a bird's nose? Look that up. What am I going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to jam some macadamia nuts, flipping well jam some, I'm going to jam some macadamia nuts in these holes. I could almost eat them myself.
Hello everyone, welcome to Nuthatch Watch. Today I have quite a lot of footage for you, so I actually decided that I would speed it all up a little bit, which is why my voice sounds like this. So what I did was I rigged up the camera facing the wall, the macadamia wall as we call it, and this was what I captured. Nuthatch watch, watching for a nuthatch. Nuthatch watch, watching for a... the wall.
You know, one of the things I've learned from watching Champions is this. Just before the moment of victory, you've got to go in big. Look at Buster Douglas against Tyson. When Tyson started to roll and he was just... Did Buster Douglas say, well, hopefully I'll win on points? No, he went ba 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 ba. He went in big at the end. Sugar Ray Leonard, my favourite boxer, when he fought Donnie Lalonde, and that fantastic commentator, whose name I can't remember, said, well, it's like... Actually, he wasn't American. He said it's like watching Bambi getting mugged. Lalonde has got him. He's got him. He's got him. Sugar Ray Leonard pops something out, just binks it out. And then another one, and the tide turns. And I say all of this for a very clear reason. Now is the moment for me to get you the NUTHATCH footage I promised you. Now is the time to go in big. I keep all my coat hangers under a cushion. Sorry about my black eyebrows, I was filming something else earlier. You know, one of the... No, not that, the other one. The Marks and Spencer's roasted nut selection. I love landscapes. Peg and a coconut. Pizza Express. Thank you for watching NUTHATCH Watch Live. Highlights. It's a stand-up comedian gnome. He was actually a gnome who was eating an ice cream, and I painted the ice cream black and attached the little bit of string. So I went down my local rockery, and I've got a new bird bath. There it is. Listen, there have been pros and cons to the whole of this venture. The cons really could best be summed up as I haven't managed to get you any footage of a nuthatch yet here on NUTHATCH Watch. Lovely day, isn't it? Who likes crows? NUTHATCH Watch, watching for a nuthatch. NUTHATCH Watch, watching for a nuthatch. NUTHATCH Watch, watching for a nuthatch. NUTHATCH. Today I am joined by ornithologist William Veryoddie. William, welcome to the show. Tell me please, because I need your help, where have I been going wrong?
Well, I think you've made a number of mistakes, Tim. Firstly, luxury nuts from Marks and Spencer's are not a foodstuff preference for a nuthatch.
Okay.
That's the first mistake you've made.
Right, so what should I do?
I would suggest a number of things.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a really lovely big bag of birdseed.
I'll write this down. Big bag of birdseed.
And here's the crucial bit. It must contain sunflowers.
Yeah.
Sunflowers. As well as that, Tim, now listen to me.
I've got to get sunflowers. Okay.
Listen.
Right.
Suet.
Suet.
In the words of Field of Dreams,
Yeah.
you make it, they'll come.
I see. Right. Well.
And I know what you're like. Stop putting macadamia nuts in the...
Well, thank you very much to William for that fantastic advice.
It's a pleasure.
I shall put all of that into action, and I'm quite sure it'll make a big difference. We'll see you next time. That can go on the shelf for the other stuff I don't currently need. found as many birdseed holders as I can. This one here hasn't got a lid, so I'm going to fashion one out of this coconut shell. But I'm adding one more thing to the armoury. The Nuthatch King Cone, soon to be filled to the brim with all the stuff he loves. I'm getting better at that. Flip. What's wrong with that? Why would you design a bird feeder like that when it just all flies out the side? Well, that's going to have the same problem, isn't it? That's 3 out of 5. Just brushed a key into the bag of seed. I don't even know what the key was for. Ah. Nuthatch watch, watching for a nuthatch. Nuthatch watch, notching. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nuthatch Gala. We're here on the red carpet as the guests are arriving to what promises to be a spectacular evening of bird action at the feeder. And first up, it's Piglet. And he, of course, was in the, I think it was episode 13 that he was in. Lovely, lovely little thumbs up from him. He's always been a big fan of Nuthatch Watch, always loved it. And there's Macaulay Culkin with one of the Flower Pot Men. Lovely to see them. They met on the set of Tim Vine Televisual, I believe. And oh, look, it's Chimpian, a very good friend of Tim's, messing about with the photographers. That's Ernie from Sesame Street. He said he wouldn't miss tonight for all the world. I tell you what, he loves Nuthatch Watch, as does Zayn from One Direction. Here he is with his partner, Heron Brockovich, as they rush inside to get their seats, although it's outside. Oh, look, there's Dennis Weaver, star of MacLeod and Jewel. And there's Murray Hamilton, who played the mayor in Jaws. He's a cool customer and also a big fan of Nuthatch Watch. There's Sammy, Tim Vine's dog. Good that he could make it. There's Kim Kestrel, star of the popular game show The Kestrel's Got the Questions. Great that she could be here. And, oh, well, we all remember episode 15, don't we? Yes, we do. William Veryoddie gave a lot of advice to Tim in that episode, which led up to tonight's events, really. And here's the man who's going to be hosting the show. It's Stand-Up Gnome, very popular comedian. Everybody loves him, that's for sure. And, it's the man himself. There he is, sporting a robin redbreast bow tie, which was actually designed for him by Ken Warbler, the garden bird designer. He looks a bit nervous to me.
Very excited.
He says he's very excited. Very excited, he says. And why shouldn't he be? Why shouldn't he be? After all, Nuthatch Watch has brought joy to millions of people. I refer, of course, to the people who haven't seen it. What a show it promises to be. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Nuthatch Gala coming to you live from the Garden Bird Feeder. And now please welcome your host, Stand-Up Gnome. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We've got a fantastic show for you tonight. Let's kick things off with Squirrel Richard. Let's hear it for Coltit. Robin. Sparrow and Robin. sparrow jumping between two bird feeders. And now the bird we've come to see. I give to you Nuthatch. Where is he, mate? I think Tim's ringing his agent. Just get off the stage, please. Welcome to Nashville, NUTHATCH Watch. I don't want to dwell on the gala. The fact of the matter is, the nuthatch didn't turn up. I was conned by a snail. End of story. Listen, there's a few positive ways I'm going to move forward. One is this shirt, look. Friendly foliage. Someone told me nuthatches are ground feeders. I've been hanging it all up on a tree. It needs to be on the ground. That, my friends, is nuthatch gold. No, Richard. Squirrel Richard's had a lot. If I lock the camera off pointing at the ground and then the nuthatch goes to the stuff hanging from the tree, then I would have missed him. Oh, I was doing that. So there we are. Okay, nuthatches are ground eaters. So are squirrels. And squirrels are quicker eaters than nuthatches, so that's off. But you know what? I'm just going to put bird food everywhere. I'm filling up all the feeders, I'm putting it on the ground, stick it all out there. They're back. Last warning for cats. And so the scene is set. Foliage, his playground. Sunflowers, his food. The willow tree, his habitat, where he can dance from branch to branch. He knows every leaf. It's his home. Not everything used. Plenty in reserve. A stick, a leaf, some blue tack. Thank you so much for joining me here today for what is not easy, one of the hardest things I've had to do. I have a letter here from Stephen Glump, of course, who commissioned Nuthatch Watch originally. So I'll just read you the letter. I'll try to read you the letter. I know. Regrettably, I have made the decision to axe Nuthatch Watch. Although there is no doubting the passion with which you constantly search for footage, we can no longer plough in the necessary resources to keep the journey alive. So, could we stop filming for a moment, please? I tried my best to get you footage. Now come to watch. Welcome to Nuthatch Watch, the final episode, and thank you, just thank you for being on this incredible journey with me. I wouldn't change a single moment of it. Well, maybe it would have been nice if we'd seen a nuthatch, but other than that.
Where have all the nuthatches gone? Where have they flown to? Why are they hiding for so long? Blue tit and crow, maybe you know, I offer you a seed from the flower of sun. Flower of sun. Here's my wing of friendship, take it. I offer you a suet and a little oblong, suet oblong. My garden is open, make it your home. Calling Nuthatch. Where have all the nuthatches gone? Why did they leave me? I have been searching for so long. Jackdaw and lark, I'm in the dark. I made you a warm macadamia full, naughty one. Here's my pail of water, use it. I laid on a gala, made me look like a fool, gala fool. My garden is waiting, choose it and stay. Calling Nuthatch. Calling Nuthatch.
Happy Christmas, everyone! And now it's time for Nuthatch Watch Christmas Special. Did you put all this together for that? Swoop through it and land on my finger. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to Nuthatch Watch, a special, a Christmas special. Well, a lot's changed here in the nuthatch habitat. Nuthatch habitat, give the dog a bone. Due to a high wind, half the tree he was living in fell down. And look at the bird feed area.
But maybe if we decorate it, he'll come back. This is your invitation, Mr. Nuthatch. Christmas is no time to hide. There is a welcome waiting, tinsel shining. I even made you a cracker with a nut inside. There's gonna be a
Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas time.
I'm hoping for a
Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas time.
and I believe that I'm not waiting in vain. And there will be a Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas again. Here is your Christmas fireplace, stockings, sunflowers, carols, just like in a church. Here are your favorite hedges, flower pots, ledges. I even made you a cake with a built-in perch. There's gonna be a
Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas time.
I'm hoping for a
Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas time.
and I believe that I'm not waiting in vain. And there will be a Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas again. There's gonna be a
Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas time.
I'm hoping for a
Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas, Nuthatch Christmas time.
Happy Christmas.